Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Civilization VII, where last time we entered the Second Age, and I came up with a cunning plan, using my tech advantage to seize a huge amount of territory. The only slight miscalculation being, yes, now I've seized this territory, I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna hold it, given I can't help but notice, suddenly everyone around me is looking a bit on the annoyed side. Isabella's literally got troops on my border, me and Catherine hate each other and always will, and even Harriet Tubman is not sounding desperately thrilled about, all this territory I've suddenly seized, that by the looks of it, she feels like it ought to belong to her. Basically, yes, I feel like I'm about to be attacked from many sides simultaneously, so, okay. I've got a plan that I think might give us an edge. I'm gonna rush shipbuilding. If I could be the first person able to, move her troops around on the ocean nice and quickly without taking damage, together with having a superior navy in general, that might be very helpful indeed. If I could just hold the ocean, Harriet Tubman can't get to me. There'll be nothing she can do. As for Catherine, any attack she makes is going to be primarily centered right here in Bark, where I've got so many reinforced districts, so many bloody walls, so, okay. There, bare minimum, we can hold out pretty effectively. So, step 1 today, let's get out a navy, and step 2, I need to bloody salvage my culture, because right now I've not really got any of that, and that's a problem. Because there is a lot of very bloody sexy stuff in the Civics tree, including basically every wonder in this age. Yeah, during the first era, the tech tree in terms of science, that's got plenty of wonders in it. Not so much in era 2. If you want wonders in era 2, you've got to be good at culture, otherwise you are going to be late to the party. Though speaking of culture, right, let's talk religion, because that's one way to get it. So, I found my own religion, because, in this universe, everyone gets one. It's not a race to get religions anymore. Everyone can just have a religion if that's what they want. And religions generate relics, relics generate culture. And I get my relics by converting cities in distant lands. So in which case, missionary friend, how about, you mosey in this direction and see what's going on. You can simultaneously be a missionary and also a scout. And speaking of scouts, my scout can also be a scout. So, right, you, back on the ocean, let's see what else is going on. Oh, and speaking of culture, probably a century after everyone else, but we've discovered economics, meaning I can now get merchants back on the field, or, in this age, for my civilization, mandarins. So, okay. If I create a road, I get a giant pile of gold, or I could just use it like a merchant, sending it around, absorbing other resources, etc, etc. And the reason I need more culture isn't just because, I want nice buildings in my empire. It's also because the civics tree is also where you get your bloody settlement limit from. So, okay. We could definitely do with some of these social policies, settlements, etc, etc. And I'll tell you what else I'll do as well, which is, my biggest and therefore most important island settlements, you, sir, can formally become a city. Because, the nice thing about settlements like this is they are surrounded by water. So, the money-making infrastructure, bloody hell, does that make a lot of money. And food infrastructure too generally benefits from adjacency to water. So, money and food, these places can be swimming in it. Also, if you remember, my plan I was confidently talking about just a couple of minutes ago, where I was saying, I shall get to shipbuilding first, I shall build a superior navy, I shall be safe from a Harriet Tubman. So it turns out she's already got shipbuilding, because that's a tier 2 boat, which comes from shipbuilding, so, okay. 1, she's already got those, and 2, they're kind of sitting right off my coast, looking a tiny bit on the, threatening side. Okay, bare minimum, she can't attack me without it being a surprise war, which would give me a bit of an edge at least. I'm just going to give this town that she's floating off, a handful of walls, just to give it a bit of a chance if things are about to get nasty. And okay, got my first trader out, and as you may notice, In this era, obviously, your trade range is a lot bloody bigger. Basically, you can trade with pretty much anything, actually. So yeah, on this occasion, Worcester feels like it is an excellent destination. Not least as I would ideally like to get Frederick back on side, and trading with him, that will cheer him up. Okay, bare minimum, I've now got, yes, a scout of this bit of the world, so we can start figuring out what's going on this continent. And on top of that, we've met someone new. So, good afternoon to you, Mr. Batuta, and we are most definitely going to be playing nice with you because, okay, if we could, find somebody on that continent who hates Harriet Tubman, yeah, if she attacks me, maybe I'll have a friend. Though currently he is neutral to everyone, so okay, not a great start there. Oh, though, hello, sexy. Frederick's attacked Isabella. Which sounds weird, but then I suppose, technically Isabella did take Madrid, or Argos as it used to be, or Frederick, after previously he took it off her, so, right. By the sounds of it, yes, maybe there's still some animosity there. Okay, and better. As a function of their alliance, yeah, Catherine's now attacking Frederick too, though, to be honest, Frederick's only on 5 towns, and okay, Isabella's a bit on the weak side. Catherine, however, she is flipping a blimey, look at that culture. Yeah, Catherine the Great is, good at culture. That might be something to watch out for, potentially. So, okay, we've just picked up shipbuilding right there, so all of a sudden, yeah, we can move around on the ocean without taking damage, better and better, and we've got access to superior ships. Say superior. Precisely the same as what Harriet Tubman's already got. Right, team. I need everybody getting out, yeah, shipyards immediately. And then, yeah, just take the cheapest tech we've got available, cartography 2, purely for the sake of providing additional production to push all those over the line. Speaking of which, right, time to talk about another thing that's going to be happening during this era. The entire reason, in fact, we went and secured all these lovely, sexy, distant land resources. The economic victory path, treasure fleet, so basically, yes, all we need to do is send a treasure home. And as of right now, I can actually do that, so yeah, I've secured these resources that are officially valuable enough to be shipped home. I've also researched shipbuilding, and I've got islands that have got some sort of naval infrastructure. As a result, in a handful of turns, yeah, these cities and towns that have got aforementioned resources, they're gonna start spawning treasure fleets, get them back to my homeland, and that's good news. So okay, that's what the islands are doing. Let's talk about what other bits of my empire might be able to contribute. So, Pompeii right now is, yes, a town and not a city. A town which has got, yeah, a decent number of farms, plantations, fishing boats, etc. Right, congratulations, you're now a farming town. So all of a sudden, every single boat, farm, etc., that is generating a lot of flipping food, which is being shipped straight up the road to the nearest city, Whack-Cabnal. And you can see right there, all of a sudden that city is going to grow in a bloody hurry, which is going to mean more pops in my biggest cities, that means more specialists, and let's just say yes, in this era, there's a very good reason you might want to be doing it that way, but we'll get back to that later. And my merchant made it to a set, so right, you start working on that, good sir, and all of a sudden, right, we're swimming in some good resources. And with more camels, yeah, Ying-Chan is going to be looking very, very sexy and full of goods in no time whatsoever. Still, the next tech is almost done. That should give me a big old pile of production to all my cities, so yeah. I've queued up some carracks, and if we're lucky, those will start appearing in no time whatsoever, and okay, I wasn't even thinking about it, but yes, +1 of food on fishing boats. That's going to help a lot of settlements, actually. And I can't put this off anymore. We need, yes, kilns, so we can start generating pottery, because apparently that's where you, keep culture or something. Also, John, do not forget, you can just, upgrade your cog into a carrack. So, right, that's better. Oh, yeah, look at that sexy bastard. Very, very nice indeed. And on top of that, we've met what I believe is our final player. It's Napoleon, specifically Revolutionary Napoleon, who, yes, makes a good amount of culture by virtue of going to war with basically everybody. Napoleon likes being at war as much as he can be. Which is fine, because, you know, he's way over there, so hopefully that means he'll just be going to war with everybody on that continent, keeping them busy, etc, etc. Oh, never mind, this could be, trouble, actually. He's allied to everybody on his continent. Though hilariously, yes, his two allies aren't allied to each other, so that could all fall apart pretty soon. And in terms of culture, right. Jose Rizal is being very helpful, coming to me with all sorts of endeavours, so I'm willing to back that. That's a really solid amount of culture, as far as I'm concerned. And here we go, buildings that provide culture, which I'm definitely going to build. I'm not just going to build the money buildings. Okay, but that money building is like 10 gold and also influence, which is really good. We will get back to the culture building in just a second. Oh, you see now, look there. That is a beautiful, beautiful spot for a guild hall. Right on the curve of the river. That is ludicrous. This also opens up a very important sexy thing, which is education. Pretty much the only wonder I can actually build, given, you know, it's the only one in the bloody tech tree. But also, that increases the specialist limit in every city, meaning you can start stacking specialists on top of specialists, and let's just say, you know, the yields get silly in a hurry. Oh, and I tell you what, I've just noticed some really fun stuff going on down here, which is, okay. Catherine's got a lot of troops, but it looks to me like they're being, you know, slowly worn down and damaged in the attack between a Frederick and a her, so, okay. I mean, just in theory, this could be a good time to, you know, launch a bit of a counterattack, actually. I mean, I'm pretty confident that I can deal with Spain. Technologically, they are backwards, and I've definitely got by far the better navy, so I could basically just, you know, stop them landing any troops on the mainland, just to go around dealing with any trouble whatsoever, just keep them bottled up as long as I need to. And because Isabella is allied with Catherine, that would pull Catherine into the war, meaning I don't have to declare war against Catherine, which I don't want to do because that would be a surprise war. That will put me at a huge disadvantage. Right, you know what? Screw you, let's start doing some denouncing. Oh, and here's exciting, by the way. I've got my first treasure fleets. So yeah, these guys can't attack, they can defend, but they're not very strong. So yes, they're very vulnerable to being picked off by other unscrupulous empires that would rather help themselves to that money. For the time being, though, we're at peace, so yeah. I think we can just dump you here in Pompeii. I'm not sure we need to, like, send you all the way back to the center of the empire or anything. Yes, any homeland settlement will do the job nicely. Okay, so the money building is done. This time, for real, I am putting down a kiln, and yes, being a culture building, it likes wonders, natural wonders, or mountains. So yeah, for me, just snapping it down over here, nearby to these mountains, that's good. So, yeah, we'll destroy the old amphitheater. Sorry, buddy, you need to be replaced at this point. And here we go, my first ever treasure fleet has made it home. So, okay, we just unload that inside of friendly waters. Immediately, yes, that's worth a treasure fleet point, together with 100 gold per treasure fleet point. Okay, I think we're coming towards a crunch point here, which is over on, yeah, the western front. Things are calming down a bit. Harriet Tubman is chill. We're now trading with each other, she's trading with me, everything's fine. We can now pull the trigger on Isabella anytime we want to, without any consequences whatsoever. With the exception of, yes, pulling Catherine into the war, which I kinda want, actually. Because it would be hilarious to literally just march south and take her capital off her, while she's busy dealing with my friend Frederick. But that raises the question of Jose Rizal, who is begging me for an alliance. Now, right now, he's actually pretty happy with Spain, but if he's allied with me, that's got to put him in a war with Spain too. And even better, he's not unfriendly with anyone right now, so, yeah, odds are he's going to stay neutral and maybe slowly cozy up to Spain as he trades with them. So if I ally with him and go to war with Spain, yeah, that's going to pull him in on my side. Okay, I appreciate I'm about to start, you know, a world war here. But I feel like it might work out well for me, actually. Right, Jose, me and you, we're now allies. Great. Okay, we're doing it. I'm pulling the trigger. Right, so, we're now at war with Spain. Brilliant. And thanks to the fact I'm swimming in influence, yeah, this war I've decided is going to be actually a bit in my favour. Deploy the Navy northwards, because, yeah, we can immediately catch some of her troops out of position and just start, you know, bombarding them on the ocean. And if you do that, oh dear, guys, that's not going to end well for you. And it turns out, yeah, a lot of their troops are basic tier 1 stuff that hasn't really been properly upgraded yet. So, okay, everybody forward, this is going to be a slaughter. In particular, oh yeah, my knights are absolutely destroying her flipping archers. Deploy the Navy northwards. Hang about, there might be more we could do with your Mercagibbles yet. Just, you know, bring my boats in this direction, start shooting down all of your things. Though we should keep, some fleet down south, just in case anything comes around the corner from Catherine, who I assume is going to attack me next turn. And there we go. Catherine has moved straight in, declared war against me. She's honoured her alliance. Brilliant. Oh, and better, education just finished. Meaning all of a sudden, we can start stacking specialists on more specialists. And, yes, just a reminder, by the way, the science legacy path is all about generating stupid yields. So here's a lovely tile right here on the coast. So, because it's got, like, you know, 2 current era money buildings in it, it's already generating 21 gold, 4 science, 2 culture, and 2 influence. The science, of course, coming from, presumably, the specialist who's already there. And there we go. That specialist you can see right on the UI. So if I just slap down another specialist in the same spot, that generates another 4 gold, another 4 science, another 2 culture. So basically, we just add 10 to the yields. Getting me agonizingly close with, yes, flipping 39 on the yields right there. So, yeah, we just need the slightest something to nudge that over the line, but still. That is an impressive bloody tile regardless. There is also one other really fun trick you could do with specialists, by the way, which is, obviously at some point, you're going to need to build over, say, basic farms in order to expand your city. But if you were to do that, then in theory a pot would be lost, because yeah, you assigned a pot to work that tile and now you're overwriting that tile, so that pot would just be gone. So what the game does is, it lets you redistribute that pop. So I'm going to tear down this old mine, because honestly it's not generating that much for me at all, in order to build a very good university. And immediately, the option appears for me to grow the city. Meaning I can convert that rural pauper straight into a specialist and generate a ton of money, science, culture, everything. And speaking of which, guys, please nav off out of my city. Go away, thank you. Though, okay. Catherine's cavalry, as we should have expected, yeah, they are a little bit on the nasty side. Still, my tier 2 infantry could do a decent job against them, and she's going to struggle to break through all of my walls. And just to confirm, yes, the Great World War I was hoping for has triggered, so, right. Jose Rizal has now declared war on his friend Isabella. And we, meanwhile, are, yes, pretty free to just approach her city with our boats, basically begin bombarding the hell out of it. And speaking of which, yeah, in just 5 turns I can make my ships even stronger. Do it. Oh, meanwhile over in the New World, right. What we need to do over here is start spreading our religion. I say we need to, we really don't, because this is a culture thing and that's not my thing. But you know what, we may as well do it while I've got a missionary over here spying, so, okay. My understanding is, yes, what missionaries need to do in order to spread religion is basically just to go up to a city and preach, and it's a lot simpler than it used to be in Civ 6. Like, they've really simplified this system. So much so that my working theory is that this is just a placeholder, and there's going to be a DLC with a new religious system, and some religious civs, etc, etc, because this is so simple right now, which is, all you need to do is 1 preach to convert a city, if it's never had religion before, and if it has, it takes 2 preachers. one on an urban district and one on rural, to represent the urban and rural population. So this city has got a religion already. So if I just do, yes, a beautiful preach right here, all of a sudden the city is divided. So okay, we'll come back to you next turn, though for the time being, Catherine. You're annoying me. I'm going to support myself just to, you know, even out the war a bit. All we need to do really is, yeah, clear out her cavalry. Because my suspicion is, this is the cavalry that was spawned by her just building her unique quarter. Because she's Norman, that's a thing she can do. Okay, following turn up north, yeah, the Spanish have immediately withdrawn. They know they can't stand up to what I've got. Unfortunately, folks, yes, retreat is not necessarily going to go that well for you. As for down south, that by far is the more interesting question. But, for the time being at least, yeah, bloody hell, that is... that's a lot of flipping combat strength right there. So, okay, just to bring my troops forward, lay down the fire. Step by step, yeah, we'll take them out. They can only stay here for so long. And we've got plenty more troops coming in too. So you were attempting to retreat, weren't you? So none of that, please. And yeah, all my infantry having ranged attacks. That's bloody useful too. We can just, you know, pepper them from a distance before they even get over to me. So that's men-at-arms coming in. There's also, hang on, you're just, yeah, you're a commander. There may be some more troops with you, but honestly, I think we're okay for the time being. Let's, you know, just upgrade you to a proper flipping crossbowman as well, please. Oh, back over on, yes, the other continent, by the way. Just do a tiny bit of beautiful proselytizing here. And officially, yes, that city is being converted, and because the rules of my religion say so, that generates a relic. Not sure why, because this guy's not dead, but we got a relic from somewhere. So yeah, that's worth culture and happiness. Spot on. And because that city now follows my religion, that generates a gold for me too. So yeah, if you want a cultural golden age in this era, that's how you do it. Though, to my mind, yeah, religion is incredibly basic and not particularly interesting. So, yeah, I strongly suspect this is going to be reworked at one point or another. So okay, Catherine's troops are already not looking happy about life here. I'm not sure they really know what they want to do anymore, but they are just being peppered from all sides. My troops are very much ready to deal with this nonsense, though. Okay, I will admit. 2 horses up here. That could be a little bit on the nasty side for poor old Pompey. We may need to send reinforcements down to help them out. And never forget, John, use your commander to focus fire. That just gives you bonus combat strength, and also he gets XP. Speak of the devil, he literally just got a promotion. And given, yeah, these days we may need to be, you know, taking out cities and whatnot. Bonus to siege units, probably not a bad idea. Still, keep on keeping on and take out their infantry just to shoot all that down. Lovely. Yeah, I might just bring you over here. Pompey, you can have, you know, some more troops to help defend ya. Oh, and up north, right, things are going a little bit more easily in our favour, which is the army that retreated off, you know, my continent. We've just flipping caught them. Beautifully out of position, so, right. Deploy the Carracks and begin bombarding them, and they are defenseless on the open water. And okay, because Athens has got walls so deep inland, we're not going to be able to just take out this city with our navy. Because in order to take a city, you've got to occupy every fortified district. So, okay, we can't necessarily take much territory, but we can most definitely destroy her fleet, etc., etc. In fact, in many ways, there might be an argument for, yeah, basically getting to peace with Isabella as quickly as possible. Just humiliating her a bit, destroying her troops, etc., etc., and then forcing peace. Which I could probably do by taking, yeah, her tiny city, then offering it back to her if she's willing to call the whole thing off. That leaves me at war with Catherine, which is very much more what I'm interested in. And also, we may not be able to, you know, take Isabella's city, but we can most definitely, yes, burn it to the flipping ground. At least the bits by the coast, and honestly that's, you know, quite a lot of it, because she lives on an island. As for Catherine, right. Her troops have disappeared from my city. I think they've realised they're not getting in here, so, okay. Nice slow advance with our infantry, step by step, but just to watch out. We don't know precisely how much more she's got. But bare minimum, we're helping out our friend Frederick, even if he's not officially our friend right now. Oh, and hello, Sexy. We just picked up an enlightenment milestone. I'm not 100% sure how we just did aforementioned thing, because yeah, the tech we just picked up was shipbuilding 2, which is great for all the ships we've got, but it doesn't, like, generate yield, so how did we just, like, get a city up to 40 yield? I don't know, but we did. Now, I tell you what, that'll help out with some of these yields and guilds too. I've got gold buildings everywhere, so all of them generating more gold, that boosts the yields further. So yeah, speak of the devil, we've got a new specialist we could put down right here, right now. So that's another 10, though I think, yeah, right now that's going to be, it's going to be another cocking 39, isn't it? No, actually, that should be just enough, I think, right? That's actually 30 already. So, hang on. Hang on. Just to check the thing right now. So, yeah, right now we've gone to one district that's got 40 yields. But slap down specialist number 2 right here. And there we go, straight up to 2. Obviously, you know, my leader makes us a bit easier, given I'm literally passing a bonus science to all specialists. So, okay. Now, we're making a faster progress in that direction. Meanwhile, up north or right, the situation here just gets better and a flipping better. And we can start shelling, okay, this a tiny settlement right here. And it will take, you know, a tiny bit of time to work down, but given it basically can't do anything to defend itself, yeah, it's only a matter of time with this much firepower. Okay, lads, slow and steady. We're now entering, yes, a Catherine territory. Though, oh dear. You're trying to build the House of Wisdom? Okay, I think I know what that is, and ideally I'd like to build that, actually. Oh yeah, that's a science one, so that feels like, you know, that should definitely be mine. Speaking of which, John, do not forget to, you know, build that wonder you unlocked via education. So, bonus science in rural tiles that have got happiness. Oh, that's a lot of tiles for me, actually. So, right, we definitely want that. So, okay, damaged troops are just moving slowly. You can plunder in order to heal yourselves up. Beautiful. Let's see precisely what Catherine's got left here. So it looks to me like, yeah, there's not too much going on. I could do with teching up my units, by the way. Catherine, as you know, still a worthy opponent. Begin working on, yeah, trebuchets, then we'll work into moving over to tier 3 on all my infantry. The big advantage we've got here is, yeah, due to limited space, some of her units have had to cross the water, which is very much not in their favour. That's how you flippin' destroy them before they even get ashore. And I think up north we are now ready to move in. So, currently, that belongs to me. But to be honest, yes, its main value is as a bargaining chip I can use to get out of this war with Isabella if I want to. Okay, Isabella's got tired of being repeatedly shot. She's come begging for peace, and fascinatingly, yeah, she doesn't even really want her city back. If I were to give you your city back, would you maybe be willing to trade it for... Okay, now that's interesting. Thebes. 26 bloody people. Could I have Athens too if I give up Thebes? And she's willing to surrender Athens. Oh, she's desperate. She's a flipping desperate, and I will cocking take it.
I teach only suffering and the end of suffering.
Oh, this is just a good day for us. So, as it turns out, right. We've also finished our beautiful, sexy... whatever this thing was. It was something to do with science. Oh, yes, you adding science onto rural tiles with happiness. So, okay, my woodworkers here are generating 4 production and 4 science. That is ridiculous, and I love it. That is more than, like, you know, some science buildings make. I mean, I can understand why Isabella was getting a bit desperate, which is, yeah, she was surrounded by boats that were constantly burning everything down, so, okay. Athens now belongs to me. Oh, and it comes with some beautiful stuff too, so, right, we picked up 4 world wonders. And I've got to say, it's a good collection too, so, Colosseum, that is happiness to every completed urban district in this city. Weiyang Palace, 6 influence a turn, that's good. Influence is a very, very valuable currency. And I'm pretty sure the Hanging Gardens generate, yeah, bonus 10% to growth in all cities forever. So that's a nice evergreen one. Oh, and Petra's down there too. Though Petra just boosts desert tiles, so that's not really doing much. But like most captured cities, yes, he gets like demoted to town. So okay, let's get that re-promoted immediately. And start slapping down guild halls straight away. Because if there's one thing I love, it's a flipping gold in this game. Oh, gold does everything. And yes, taking cities has also given me various lovely leader attribute points. And, okay. If I was to spend both of them right now, I could make my specialists much, much cheaper. You know what? I feel like that's actually a very, very good idea. Not least as a bloody hell. One more, I could boost the specialist limit right now permanently. You know, I'm giving up one settlement, but who cares about that? Specialist, that's where the good stuff is. Down south, however, I will admit, yes. The fight against Catherine is slow and grinding. We're making progress, but bloody hell are we taking some damage while we're doing it. Though I'll give ya a combination of, yes, poison and focus firing. That's helping a lot. There is, however, a bigger problem is, yes, she just keeps destroying more and more of my bloody troops and spawning cavalry from cocking somewhere. Which is, it's possible it doesn't really matter. Like, seriously, I've spent a lot of turns just desperately throwing troops at Catherine's capital and, I mean, we're making progress. We're slowly burning down these regions one by one. In response, she's literally building more walls on the end of her city, which is quite frankly hilarious, but okay, just more cavalry keeps rolling in from every direction. This has been an absolute bloodbath. And yeah, I'm deeply concerned even if we do take it. Catherine's now like 100 signs ahead of us. And several hundred ahead in culture. Like, Catherine is kicking our ass right now. The only advantage being, yes, over time, my commander is just getting stronger and stronger. So, at least, you know, that's a positive on our side. But, bloody hell, it has taken a lot of effort, a lot of time. A lot of people have died to take this bloody city. But I think, possibly, after so many years and so much cocking bloodshed, we might finally... Bloody hell, Where did relics come from? Did we just steal Catherine's relics? Holy flip, we absolutely did. She finished building the House of Wisdom, put 3 relics in it, and now those belong to me. Oh, well, that's just cocky beautiful. So, we've officially conquered Catherine's capital city, but, as I was saying, I'm kind of concerned that... Oh, Catherine. This city might have been quite important. There's a reason you are fighting so hard for it. So, okay, we have leveled the playing field a bit, regaining our science lead, but only just. And I can't just roll on and take the rest of our empire, because I'm already at settlement capacity. Over it, in fact. And some of my cities are looking, yes, miserable. If they get too sad, they'll straight up rebel. So, right, that could be a bit of a problem. Because if we just, you know, call it quits here, Catherine can rebuild. We need to find a way to deal with her, you know, a bit more permanently. So yes, indeed, I'm going to go away and try and see if I can dream up a solution that can help us defeat Catherine once and for all. So hopefully you join me next time for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Civilization 7. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
You know, I really hope we've agreed open borders with Japan, by the way, otherwise they have basically just invaded. I may have picked the wrong fight over... Yep. And my cities, of course, have got even more flipping high-tech, though mysteriously still completely dependent on, you know, an aqueduct. Now, I'm not saying your entire army is mostly already dead, but it kind of actually is.